Good morning, my little dumpster fire babies. How is everyone doing this morning? I hope that today's off to a wonderful, fantastic start. If it's your first time here, hi, my name is Carrington. I would love for you to come and join this dumpster fire family, and you can do so by hitting that subscribe button. Don't forget to click the little bell so you're notified of all my future uploads, as I am constantly always trying to test out some new makeup. So if you enjoyed that, definitely make sure you subscribe and click the bell. If this is not your first time here, hi, welcome back, how's the family? If you guys enjoyed these types of videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to go and follow me over on Instagram. And let's go ahead and dive on into another video of testing out some new makeup. So I went and I bought some more makeup. I just did, okay? All right. There are a couple of things that I have shown in previous Sephora hauls. I am still waiting for one of my other Sephora orders to get here. It is taking it forever. I feel like from the beginning of the sale till right towards the end, I didn't have any issues with my products like getting to me super quick. But the last couple of orders that I placed, which was at the very tail end of the sale, it's taking forever. So I'm guessing everybody was like, you know, trying to like, what do I want in my cart? What do I not want? And finally at the end of the sale, I was like, okay, I need a place. So I'm guessing that's what happened, and that's what makes it, and that is what is making it take so long. So it's not a problem. So what are we testing out today? So first of all, we are going to be trying out this Sephora spray-on foundation. I want to see if this is like the Dior. I am going to do a comparison video, but just for today, I do just want to just try this out. I've been really excited to just try it out. So I'm so excited. Then we have the, who is this from? Oh no. Simi Haze. And this is going to be their Velvet Blur Matte Lip Balm. I got mine in the shade Roseberry. Then from Pat McGrath, this has been in my wish list for a very long time. And I had just never picked it up. And finally this year I was like, I'm going to pick it up. Like that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick it up. So I did. And so it's just like their little quad highlight palette. Just like so. And then finally the last thing, which does comprise a lot of stuff that we are testing out, is going to be this from the Sephora Favorites. It's another like little holiday must-have collection, and in it we have the ABH styling wax, we have the Gloss Balm and Fenty Glow, we have the Grande Cosmetics Lash Serum, and then we have the KVD Tattoo Liner. We have the Natasha Denona Baby Retro. We have Paula's Choice. This is the exfoliant. I love this. We have the Rare Beauty Blush and Soft Pinch. Or no, Enjoy. They're the Soft Pinch liquid blushes. And then the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So we have all of this good stuff to try. So if you guys are excited to see what I think of everything, would I recommend them, then definitely keep on watching. A few like skincare type products that had come in the box. First off, this Paula's Choice. This is not my first go with this Paula's Choice exfoliant. I love this. I've already done a good portion of my skincare already, so I'm not gonna put this on, but I will say this is a very good like exfoliating type of toner. I really like to use this after I cleanse. I have gone through many bottles this size, smaller, bigger, all of the above, and again, I just continue to really enjoy it. Another skincare product that it came with is like this Grande Lash Enhancing Serum. I have never tried this, and this could be, ooh. So it comes with like a bigger brush than I'm normally used to, but that's okay. So I'm just going to drag it along each side of my lashes. I'm pretty sure that's how you use it, right? Like, just like any other. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. Well, it doesn't say, so I'm guessing I'm going to go with I'm not missing out on anything. Obviously, I won't be able to tell you anything about it. I just started it. I will try to update you guys if it does break me out. There was another one. Oh, what one was it? The Lily Lashes. Ooh. That wrecked my eyes. Wrecked it. Alright, so then next up is I like to do my eyes first. So I've already primed using my tried and true Ulta Beauty. You guys, I'm literally about ready to use this whole thing up. So sad. But we have this Natasha Denona. This is the Baby Retro. So it comes with 3 little mattes and a nice shimmer. We will go ahead and we will swatch these. Now, I will say a palette like this is something that like I personally really enjoy. So we have this shade right here called Amara, which looks like this on the hand. It's like a really pretty nice like berry type of shade. Then in the center is going to be that metallic. This is in the shade Jude. It is very much like a silver with a pink shift. I'm trying to see if you guys can see the pink shift on camera. Maybe you can't really tell like there's a pink shift, but there is. And then last shade right here is going to be Nude Mauve, which is kind of, again, yeah, it's a little bit more of like a brownish, nudish mauve. So one thing I really like about something like these palettes is if you are ever like needing to go stay somewhere for a night, if you are traveling and going on vacation, or you are just needing something because you are running late in the morning where you don't have to sit there and think about it. Because for me personally, you know, like if I was trying to get up, get ready in the morning and I had a palette like this, I would need to sit here and be like, okay, do I want to use all these colors? Do I just want to use two? Do I just want to use these? What shimmer do I want to use? What does my outfit look like? I'm just going to sit there and it's going to take me a little bit to come up with like the perfect look and to make sure I pull all the products out that's going to go with that specific look that I'm going with. But with this, I mean, it's so compact that, you know, you can use crease, outer corner, lid, all crease, lid, all over the eye, lid, and the same thing with this side. So you have just like, it's just like very limited, and I think that like that is perfect for like traveling, going out, needing something where you don't have to think about it. You can just throw it on the lids and go. So I think that things like this is absolutely perfect for that. I do want to try to use up all the colors so we can just get kind of more of an idea. So that's what we're going to do. Is I'm definitely going to use this for the crease, outer corner, somewhat in the crease as well, and then this all over the lid. So that's the vision that I have going on for this look today. So let's go ahead, let's just dive right on into this first shade right here. That was the Nude Mauve. I'm just going to take that on a Refer 15 brush, and I'm just going to kind of start coating the brush and just start working that into my crease and transition area. Just slowly building that. Can you guys believe the holidays are like quickly approaching? Like wild. Absolutely wild. So now we're going to start focusing here on the outer corner, and that is going to be the shade Amara, and then I am going to bring that slightly into the crease as well, just to add a little bit more depth and dimension there. I'm just going to start like stamping this in. I mean, really, this is just like such a like quick and easy, you know, look, easy to do, doesn't take any time at all. Just working that right on in. I want to focus most of the pigment here on the outer corner, and then when there's a lot left, then I just kind of swoop it in the crease. I then went ahead and glitter primed my eyes so that we can prepare for this shimmer shade, which is again in the shade Jude. And I'm just going to focus that like all over the lid. Really pretty shade. I'm going to add a little bit more to the dough. Okay. Such like a really pretty, like just easy cohesive palette to create just such an easy look. Again, you could have just taken one of those shades and, you know, put it all over the eyes, or, you know, put it up in the crease and outer, and, you know, really packed it on in the outer corner for more depth, and then gone over it with this, or I don't know, whatever the case may be. I think this is just such like a really easy to use type of palette, and I think it's really cute. So then we're going to move on into the Sephora Favorites package again. So they do have a full-size like KVD tattoo liner. However, I do have a mini of it that I have already opened and been using. So I'm just going to stick with that. I will say this is a pretty decent liner. I don't have like a ton of issues with it or anything. I think it's decent. I've been using this one for quite a while now, and it still hasn't like dried out, and it still like goes over the shimmers, mattes, whatever it is I'm using really well, and it's really dark and matte. So don't that same exact kit came with this Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. I do have a Ilia mascara, but it is not this one. It is like the volumizing one. So this one, wait a minute. One side of the brush, oops, shit, is like longer and spikier, and the other ones are more like full but short. So let's see, I'm gonna go with like the longer side first. See what happens. Okay. Seems like that side is really lengthening my lashes. Okay. Okay, so then we'll switch over to like the shorter side. I don't know if this was supposed to add volume. I don't think so. I think it does add to the length a little bit more and adds, you know, like a nice like curl to it, but like I don't think this was like anything extraordinary. I feel like these lashes turn out a lot better than those. I feel like these ones have been really beaten up and abused here lately, so I think that this is not a overly bad mascara. I was a little bit nervous based on like how things were going, but I think that looks fine. So now moving on into the foundation portion, we have this. This is from Sephora. This is a Perfection Mist Airbrush Foundation. It's quick, easy, professional airbrush results at home. It's an Insta-Blend pigment technology that helps color blend seamlessly, creating a smooth, even, and flawless matte finish. Ooh. Matte finish. Okay, shake well for 5 seconds. Cover hair and clothes. Hold 10 inches away from the face. Move in circular motions. Blend with a brush. Do not spray for more than 10 seconds. Wow. Okay. All right. So I'm probably not going to just start spraying this on my face. Like, I don't. Maybe that's just me, but I am going to stay here and really start to shake it up. I'm sitting here watching my little timer. Okay, and then I'll spray this on the back of my hand. Interesting. Okay, so it kind of bubbles like that, and then I'm just gonna take a little bit of it and just start pressing this into the face and the skin. Thought this is a interesting technology, I will say that. Okay. Okay. It's definitely looking a little matte, for sure. And so far it seems like the amount that I had pumped onto my hand was a pretty good amount, because it's really starting to cover a lot of my like redness, imperfections, things like that. I would say this is probably a really solid medium. I don't know if you could build it up to full coverage or not. I would say just what I see right now, probably like a really solid medium, light medium maybe. But you can definitely tell it is matte. So if matte foundations are not your thing, or you have super dry skin like myself, I don't know how well you're going to like this. Here's what it looks like. A little heavy in some areas, but So what we've got really going on. Not the worst, not the worst. Next up is we have this little blush from Rare Beauty in the shade Joy. I will say I do have a couple of their blushes that are in this formula packaging. I have never ever used them. So this is my first impression using them. Trying to get an idea. So I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the product, stipple out any extra I might need, and then just start lightly going in on the sponge with this blush. Okay, yes. All right, so that's what I like doing. I want to go in really nice and soft, and then we'll see what happens. Just build it up. Okay. So I think it's like a really nice pigmented blush. I think it looks really nice, really glowy on the skin. I don't really feel like it emphasizes any of my texture, and it does look really, really, really pretty. So we have this from ABH. This is their Brow Freeze. I personally am usually not a fan of these types of products, and I cannot get this open. Finally got it. Wow, that took a while. So it's kind of reminds me a little bit of that e.l.f. I'm going to try to be very careful going into this. So I'm just going to scoop up a little. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Okay. I'm going to scoop a little bit up and start to fluff in my brows. And then just kind of set it. Okay. And then I'm going to take like a dibble dabble more. Again, tap off. And then just start working and fluffing my brows. And then shape it. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to finish off kind of like the lower lash line. So we're just going to do exactly what we did on the top. So we're going to take that nude mauve shade first. And we're just going to smoke that right on down, like right on down, right on down. Okay. Just do that on both sides. It won't take too long. Just really quick. Just smoke, smoke, smoke. Then we'll go into that other shade, Amara. And we will just focus that closer to the lash line. Okay. So then for the inner corner part, I'm going to go into this Pat McGrath Highlight Trio. Let me just say, this packaging is kind of very like reminiscent of their like full-size palettes, the other $125, $129 palette, where it comes in, you have to like unwind it. What I wish about those palettes was that it was this type of closure, where you just have like this, it's almost like a hair tie, like a tiny hair tie, and you just snap it closed, instead of like when they're large palettes, you have to like undo it, and then eventually like the string just kind of breaks. It's just like useless. I really wish that their closures were what's on here. So here we are. Here's what we've got. So we have a couple different shades. So the first one is the lightest shade, and it has a like a pink shift. Then you have the next one. This one's a little bit deeper and it has more of a gold, and then you have a true gold. So let me see what happens when you really, you know, rub them out. Like, I feel like the other two might be able to work. This darkest one, do they have names? Oh, maybe they don't. Oh, wait. Iridescent pink, pine gold, and bronze nectar are what all of these are. I think since we are going a little bit more on the pinky side, I want to use that for both my highlight and inner corner. So I am just going to take that and just start focusing that on my cheek area. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I just want to use that same shade to go right on in my inner corner. Maybe this works. Sometimes, depending on the formula, it's really hard to do it as an inner corner. Now it's time, I'm just going to go ahead and set the face before I finish everything else off. So we have the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is, of course, a staple. It's a classic. So I'm just going to go ahead and just start to spray this. This is really one of my like favorite kind of sprays if I really want like my makeup to last. So I really like to get my face really nice, really hydrated. And then I will take like another sponge that's like clean, no products. And that's when I like to just like really just kind of like stamp it and like stamp my skin. Because it really picks up any excess that I don't need. So like, okay, so like here we go. We have this side over here where it's been stamped out. And then we have this side where you can just kind of see a little bit more of the texture. But I feel like once, you know, I really start pressing it in after really getting it, it really just starts to like kind of melt. It just picks up all the excess. And I'm not even like lightly pressing, like I'm literally like pressing in because it just is getting all of that excess. And for my skin being as dry as it is, I don't need excess products, right? That just makes everything look cakey. So I just kind of do that. This sponge is not wet. You could wet it if you wanted it to, but I find that dry sponges kind of pick up the most products versus wet sponges. So yeah, now my skin looks pretty decent. So we're coming down for the final things to try. The next up is going to be this Velvet Blur Matte Lip Balm. So this feels very weighted. In a way, it either reminds me of like a statue, like the way it looks, with like no markings on it, or it kind of looks like if you're gonna go roast some marshmallows, you put two marshmallows next to each other. That's kind of what I think. But this is in the shade right here called, what is this called? Oh no, Roseberry. And so we'll do a little swatch, which is this pretty shade right here. So I've outlined my lips with a ColourPop lip liner, and I'm just gonna fill this in on the center of my lips. Kind of tie it in a little bit as well. It's really cute. Okay, focus on this again. So then we do have this from Fenty. It is their Gloss Balm in the shade Fenty Glow. This looks like a little bit more brown, but I'm wondering how well this will go. Oh yeah, no. That goes fine. Oh yeah, it feels nice. Feels nice. I'm really appreciative that it's a mini, right? Because there's no way I'm gonna be able to like use all of this up or even a full size. So I'm really appreciative of the mini. So this is the completed and final look, testing out some new makeup. We can definitely get like up close, look at the skin, look at the forehead, the eyes so far. Okay, so this is a completed look. What do you guys think? Is there anything that you are super excited about in this? Did you like the way some products performed. Would you want to pick any of this up? Would you not? Leave that all in the comments down below. But let's go ahead and let's get into my final thoughts from ranking from my least favorite to my most favorite. Now, let me just preface this by saying I did enjoy almost all of these products. I thought they were really good. So in last place is going to be this Sephora like Air Flash. It's not called the Air Flash. It's called like Perfecting Flash Airbrush Foundation something. It was just, I guess I should have read about it, honestly. I just thought it was going to be like super similar to like the Dior, and I will really have to like compare the two of them like for sure side by side. But this was just like a little bit more matte than I would have, you know, appreciated. I'm just not like a huge matte person, and I think that's fine. You know, some people really like mattes. I don't, just because my skin is so dry. I just don't need something really drying and matte. Now, is this the worst matte foundation I've ever tried where I'm just like, no, this is not going to work with my skin ever? No, I think I can definitely, you know, continue to use it whenever there's a time I would really like a nice matte foundation. You know, this is a really good option, especially for with my dry skin. So even though like my skin is, you know, dry, I don't feel like this was like overly cakey, and I don't have any filters on. So this is kind of what it looks like. Again, one thing I really like doing is spraying my face with that setting spray and then really pressing another clean sponge into the skin. That's what I really love. I usually use mine dry, but wet would be fine too, but I really like mine to be clean, nothing on it, and just able to just like stipple everything in, and I feel like that really helps out a lot. So again, that's not like a bad product. It's just like I would have preferred something not as matte. Next up is going to be this highlight palette. So this is an expensive palette. It's like a $50 palette for 3 shades. And I think that it's decent. I'm not going to lie. Her new formula is a little bit better to me. The one that comes in like the singles or what she's releasing now. I think this may have been one of her first highlighting formulas. And this palette, the one that's really going to work the best for me is going to be this one right here. And all that provides is like a pink shift. And I don't think that a pink shift is a bad thing. But I would have preferred something a little bit more champagne. Or I would have preferred if this gold was a little bit lighter, that if I used it lightly, it wouldn't be too intense. But then again, somebody with like a deeper medium skin tone could really build it up to get more of that intensity for their skin tone. And then this one's going to be way too dry. There's no way I'm going to be able to use that unless I wanted to, like, I don't know, use it on the eye. What happens if we just kind of like tap a little bit on? Anything? I don't really know if much of anything has really happened. But I think the part that like I'm upset with is when I looked at it online, I really thought I was going to be able to at least be able to use 2 of the shades. It really just seems like for me, only one, and the first one is going to be what's going to work for me. So paying $50 for one highlighting shade that's like this small out of 3, it just kind of leaves me a little bit disappointed. But again, I think it's a beautiful formula. Doesn't overly emphasize my texture. Definitely gives like a very beautiful lit kind of glow. Again, I just wish that I could use more of them. Next up is going to be this like little matte lipstick. I think the packaging is very interesting. You know, it's like a little, it's magnetic. First of all, I love that. But then it just kind of looks like a statue with like nothing on it, or like marshmallows. You're getting ready to cook some marshmallows. But I love this color right here. I think it's such a beautiful color. I really love how it paired with the liner. Again, it does have like that matte property, but it's not like too overly drying, like a liquid lipstick, as well as it's not like so creamy that it's going to wear off in a little bit. So I actually do like that. I am kind of interested in maybe picking up a couple more shades, just because I really do like that formula, and I love the way my lips are looking right now. So that leaves us into our number 1 spot. I'm going to have to give it to the Sephora Favorites kit. There were so many things in here that do I like everything that's in here? Honestly, we're going to be honest. I think I like everything that is in here. I think one thing might be one where I'm just kind of a little bit like, you know, okay. So I'll just go ahead and kind of give you my thoughts. First of all, I have used this brand, this specific product many of times, using you know, samples, full size, you know, mini size, deluxe sizes, whatever the case may be. And again, I love that. That's one of my all-time favorite toners. This one I can't really attest to quite yet. I have heard a lot of people say that they really do enjoy the Grande Lash Serum. Again, I can't really attest to that, but like so far it hasn't really irritated my eyes. I'm not having a lot of issues. I may have to update you, but definitely I don't think I can have an opinion on that until like I've really used it for a while. This Ilia mascara, it didn't really look like it looked that great on these lashes, but I think these lashes have really been through it with me putting on fake lashes a lot, or sometimes they get stuck to lashes and somehow they just like end up having to be like ripped off or whatever. So these ones are kind of struggling. I feel like on this side, I definitely looked a lot better. It's definitely probably a mascara I probably wouldn't wear, you know, every day without lashes, but I did think it did a really nice job. I liked how one side was really like lengthening. The other one kind of added a little bit of curl to it and held it. So I do appreciate that. Then we have the tattoo liner. Again, I have been using this in the mini size for a while now, and I think it does a really good job. I think it's really nice pigmented. It's black, it's matte. It really kind of glides over everything. You may have to layer, you know, go over it a second time to really make that boldness, but I don't think that's like a deal breaker. Again, I think it goes over the shimmers, glitters, whatever, so easily with ease. It doesn't like skip or anything like that. Then we have this ABH Brow Freeze. I was so nervous about this because, again, I tried that e.l.f. one and it was a disaster. But this one, I can definitely, it's not like overly like crunchy. It does have a little bit where you're like, okay, this is definitely going to like stay in place, but it's not like crunch, 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 like snow, right? Like you're like crunching along in packed snow. It's not like that, and I was able to use my pencil over it really well. It is holding my brows in place. I just think overall it was like a really, really good brow freeze, and I'm kind of actually excited for that. Next up is this from Rare Beauty, the cream blush. I have some of their cream blushes. I haven't tried it, but it's so beautiful. It was really nice and dewy. It sank into the skin. It didn't overly emphasize my texture. It was a beautiful, beautiful color, easy to work with. So I really, really do appreciate that. This Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, tried and true, holy grail type of setting spray, especially if you're wanting something to last a long time. This in Fenty Glow, I think that was really pretty as well. Again, I really like the Fenty Gloss Balm formula. I don't think I have it in Fenty Glow. I do have it in other shades, and I'm actually really appreciative of the mini size because I'm still going to be like, can I even use that up? And then for the last one out of the box, I really do like this Natasha Denona Baby Retro Palette. Again, I like how just like easy it is. It's easy to create a look. It's really effortless. You don't have to think about it. You can do so many things without really having to sit there and think about, okay, I have all these colors. What do I want to do? It's like literally 3 colors. You have just a couple of options and you get something as beautiful as this. So that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed already, you like to see new makeup, really in-depth makeup, where I talk about price points, ranking, creating a look, talking about the products as we're creating the looks, things like that, definitely hit that subscribe button and click the little bell. I try to do that every single video. Don't forget to go and follow me over on Instagram. I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit winded, but go and follow me over on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.